welcome to tutorial 1F of my tutorial to model a Star Trek based spaceship. I rendered a small animation to see the more details so that we can model the texture better. Just realized that here the label is wrong, is mirrored, and here too, so we have to flip them somehow. Then another error is that the windows and the hull layer are not perfectly aligned on the bottom of our source selection. Then we of course need also to texture the warp engines, and here are some errors. I think this happened by rotating the warp engines. We will correct that too. Then our logo looks aliased here. That is because of the hull surface with layer 1 or layer 0. This is a grid, we will remove it because of this. This is still not UV mapped. We will define our own texture in the next tutorial, but in this tutorial we will repair the errors we saw. Something else. Another error is that the shading is different between the body and the saucer. That is because of the lights we use. So this is the first which we want to correct. So well, sorry, just lost my. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's start Blender and start tutorial 3E texture the body 2, and let's save it as tutorial 3F. Optimizing the texture shading, and save. So for this we need also the our previously saved texture file. Let's first open it. It's the latest one was tutorial 1G texture. So let's open it. That's it. What we need. So let's select all of them by side view. So press number 3, then B for box selecting, and select all of them. So we also select the lamp. We don't want it, we just want those parts here. And then we can go to, I think it was this button, the object, yes, the object button, and we can add a group. So let's say, let's press the plus button to open it, and now we have a new group. We will call it surface texture. It's all belonging to the surface texture, so it's okay. Okay, let's just one moment please. So what we also need is actually layer 4, because there are windows and we want to append them too. So let's select all of them, deselect our cam again. So, and then actually press Ctrl G to make a group out of it and call this group surface texture group. So save it. Then we can go back to our other file, optimizing the texture shading, and can remove this one. I think you don't have it. That's the first try actually. Without cam please. So, okay. file, append, and go to 1G texture, where we saved a new group. Go to group and say surface texture group. So we appended it, obviously. Obviously not. Ah, there it is. Okay, it's in layer 1, 2 and 3, of course. Because it wasn't on layer 1, 2 and 3 when we saved it, that's okay. So just go to your outline here and select groups in all scenes, and in the scene view here, in this whatever selection and stuff, and there we have our groups, which is just this one right now. Activate layer 1, 2, 3 and 4 so that we can see all of them, and then we just deselect everything and then select them. It's green because they are grouped, so let's move them to layer 9, to our next empty layer. So here we see we have already a small error here. Let's go to side view. Let's see if we have orthogonal view. This is orthogonal. And let's check why this is not perfectly aligned. It's really not. So let's move it along the y-axis a little bit. To just correct that. Okay. So everything else should look fine, and it looks fine. Oh, unfortunately we cannot change the name without adding a new label. This I will just do without a tutorial, since you know how to do it. There's already the tutorial where we made it. So now we want to have it select all of them. First we want to rotate it along the x-axis 90 degrees. So now we can look to it from the side view or from the front orthogonal view and see that it looks quite good. Everything is perfectly aligned. So let's put our cursor to our selected and add a new cam to it and move the cam along the y-axis and rotate it along the x-axis with 90 degrees. Make it active by pressing Ctrl 0. Then go to object and say camera cam surface texture. Copy it and give the camera also the name cam surface texture, not only the object. It should be orthogonal and needs a wider distance, so 35. Whoa, almost perfect. Not completely. Let's go. Okay, my synergy is not working again. Sorry. Just a moment. Don't know why this stops without anything. Okay, this is still working. Okay. Actually, it's too much. Actually, 36 is perfect. Just move our cam a little bit down along the z-axis. Can we also scale the cam? No. Funny. We could of course change the the rendering settings so that this would fit better. Actually, since we are just rendering this, it's not a bad idea. So this is approximately the shape of our ship. Then we need to correct the scaling value again. Whoa. Yeah, something like that. Okay, this is good, isn't it? So save it. then we need our, actually not sure if we need our gizmo anymore. Uh, so the gizmo is, I think unfortunately we didn't call it like that. So let's go to view 1. These are our escape pods. Surface gizmo border. Okay, we called it like that. Take this one and our windows for texture. If you called it like that, maybe I did it without a tutorial. So if so, just select the windows here and name it appropriately. So we have them, and we want to have this gizmo border where that is. So this is ignored. Maybe we can just make it like this. We still have the windows, yes. So just shift select it in the outliner and then move them to layer 10. So this is our ship is out. Windows, save our file. Another thing, let's see if there's any lamp here. No lamp, so that's good. So let's go to the scene and also to the world settings and activate environment lighting if it is not already, and the standard value of 1 should be fine. So save it and render it. This will take 1 or 2 seconds. I don't have a pause here anymore, unfortunately. But the other tool was not very well. It made problems. So okay, looks okay. So let's save it. So I'll texture. Okay, more. So again, F3. I pressed F2. That's the reason. So F3 to save the image, and here I already had a testing one. Mail hull upper surface section version 2, because of course just overwrite the old one, but I want to be sure. So we rendered this one. Now of course we need also the windows. So let's move our cam additionally by pressing shift to layer 10 and then follow it to layer 10. So our cam is in both layers, and we will not cut this out anymore, so actually the gizmo should not be needed. So I will just press make it invisible here and render this again. We have environment lighting and we have the windows lighting. Okay. Yeah, and the backgrounds are black from the black windows, so it should be fine. So save it. F3 version 2. Window menu lower total upper window upper section, this one. Version 2. Save it. Yeah, let's write immediately out and say no, we are already in the right file. So let's go to layer 2. No, this is layer 3, sorry. Layer 3. Okay. So let's go to material, hull bottom saucer. There should be a hull upper saucer. That's it. Let's deactivate actually the mirroring for faster rendering. Go to hull upper saucer texture and choose new and choose the new one. This is the material without windows, so you use the texture without windows. And for the Windows upper, we will change it to the version 2 with Windows 2. So let's see the UV mapping. We have to correct it. Actually, quite sure that we have to correct it. Uh, uh, Textured version. Here we already see. So let's go to UV image editor. Not render without, but support Windows, main Windows, all upper source section. Let's see if we. Oh, yeah, they are bound. But I remember we were smart enough to define vertex groups. Those also top vertices, so let's select them. Okay, perfect. And go to top view and say project from view, just to be sure. So let's. Funny, why you don't have this vertex. Okay, so just select it by shift selecting them and put that to the middle of our ship, exactly like that, and scale it up. Go away. Oops, so. Okay, again we have to optimize here a little bit. Okay, just wondering why. Oh, okay, that just looks like being black. Okay, this looks already perfect. And for the windows, so let's go back to edit mode, and then let's change to the windows. Window upper source selection. Okay, this looks good too. We could have actually a lot of more windows, but okay, we don't. Let's save it. Now the lower part. What was the difference between the lower part and the top part? We had labels here before. This time not. Yeah, just. And we don't have the escape pods here. And not the label, yes, I remember. So let's go back to this layer where our model is. And let's take the label and don't know what I choose right now. So go into a view so that you can easily choose your escape pods, and we'll just simply make it invisible like the other one. Escape pods. What's this our label? Okay. So, and we actually should add those other labels here. But we can. I will add the labels without the tutorial, since we made already this tutorial to make these labels, and don't waste time here. So this will be our top, lower, bottom part of our saucer section. So you saw how much the rendering time increased or decreased. So this is the main hull bottom saucer section, isn't it? So let's call it version 2. Save. Okay. Then again we need the windows, but they are the same here. Actually we should at least change a few black lines, but you can do that too. There's no words to show it here, so I will just keep this simple here. And we don't need to re-render it actually, since um, since it's exactly the same. So I will just copy the path and say open it. Okay, Broadcom is not smart enough for that, so let's do it by this. Wait a moment. Ah, yes. Spaceship tutorial. Textures. So let's see, main window button. This is this version 2 one. Oops. And now, where is the version 1 for the bottom version? That's this one. Version 2. Just one thing. No, actually bad idea. Bad idea. Go away. Go away. For now it's okay. Like that. So save it again and go to layer 2. No, 1. No, 3. So like that, and then let's select our object, go to edit mode, deselect all vertices and select the bottom vertices. Then let's select main. Oh, we didn't load it yet, so this was main hull upper saucer section and main hull bottom saucer section still has the mirror. Remove it, go to texture, first take the hull version, select version 2, main hull bottom saucer section. That's it. Go to Windows bottom, version 2, upper main window bottom. Okay. Press Ctrl 7. Say project from view. Rotate it by 100. Select all vertices first and rotate it then. 180 degrees. Put it to the middle again. Scale it up. This is the wrong file. Main hull bottom saucer section. Hull. Okay, the label should disappear. Let's check why it doesn't. So hull bottom saucer section. Version 2. So maybe let it there by accident. Yeah, just open this and main window bottom saucer section. As it's the old one. Window upper bottom saucer section. These are the windows. I wanted the hull. Okay, no, there's no label. So let's see again. Main hull bottom saucer section. Reload. It's the upper saucer section, that's fine. So bottom saucer section. If you go to edit mode, it switches again. So main hull bottom saucer. Bottom. It doesn't switch, that's the reason. just have the lower vertices selected. Main hull upper source section. So if that happens, just press this fix button here and then it should change correctly. Then move it up along the y-axis so that it fits perfectly. Okay, looks like we didn't select it all vertices, all faces. Indeed. So deselect this first and let's check why this is like that. So select it, yeah, okay. Okay, we just have a hole in our vertex group here, so scroll this until you have the face selection. More easy. Let's select the top vertices and hide them by pressing H. So there are our lower vertices. Be sure you have no vertices selected, and select all of them by pressing L. And also bottom vertices they assign. So let's our top part reappear by pressing Alt H, and then when we select bottom vertices we should just have bottom, and if we say this we should just have the top. Okay, this worked. So bottom vertices select U for the compute. Okay, now it's okay. So select all of them and say rotate 180 degrees again, move them to the middle, scale it up, and position it correctly. So let's just choose the correct vertices for the top part again. Main, hull, upper surface. Okay. Okay, let's save it. Then we have to go back to our side view from our roads. Let's go back to solid mode. Okay, we made it from the other direction, so let's go here. 7. Okay, we have to re-render this one. Okay, there are our also our windows, and our target cam is here. This is our first cam still, cam texture. Let's now call it cam text sword. Cam text sword. Okay. Control 0 to activate it. Just realized that this render settings is not saved per camera. For this reason I will just do a small indicator here saying that's a text. So, oops, 80 degrees, and it's here. Resolution 960 to 1080. Okay, so we have it here, and we'll just move it out from the cam so that we can see it, but not the user. And then layer this. Yeah, we wanted to re-render this image here, but let's make it in a way that we see the whole ship. take our cam and move it also to this layer and this layer. Okay. Let's see if it is orthographic. It's not. So we also have to make it like, oh no, wrong distance, sorry. So this one. Okay, but we should use, of course, another resolution here. So let's take this, copy it, and move it to layer 9. Follow it to layer 9. Move it also to layer 10. Layer 9 first. Okay, and then move this also to layer 10. And here it is the correct resolution, but for the wrong cam right now. So make this one active. Select our text here. Move it here. Rotate it along this axis with 90 degrees. And for this, the resolution is correct. And here, okay, this is the wrong cam again. So in this layer we need this cam. Let's Control 0 and let everything appear. This, 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 and this. And now let's correct our resolution. So the Y is much too much here, so like more like that, and a little bit more. No, actually, just move it. But still, we need a little bit more scaling. So let's say 33. Okay. So we have to remember our resolution. 960 is still correct, and say 360 for the Y value. Okay. And then we don't want the windows for this rendering. So let's go back to actually go to selected. There they are, window. Yeah, let it visible but not visible in rendering. Windows dark texture object. Okay, these are all black windows. They should be rendered. We don't want to render our light right now, and we don't want to have. You remember. We don't have it. This is on the other layer. Okay, this is okay. So, just thinking, the environment lighting should still be on. Okay, that's it. So, yeah. So the windows are visible here, but they will not be visible in the rendered version. Just remember that we don't want the body here, so let's deactivate this layer, yeah, and re-render it. So that's it. 3 main hull upper source selection, main hull bottom blah blah blah, road hull surface, road hull surface, version 2. Okay. Then we need just the window, so make the opposite. This cube should not be rendered. The dark path should not be rendered. the windows should, no, not the dark windows, the light windows should be rendered. This one should not be rendered, just the windows. Okay, please throw windows version 2, save, and then we don't want the windows, but just the painting. Render it, save it as Windows Painting version 2. Okay, just a pause here. So we rendered, let me just check. Okay, we are recording. We've rendered all images, I think. So let's go back to layer 1 to layer 2, and here we need to also load our new texture. So go to the throat hull material and first deactivate this cell noise. Throat hull surface needs to be replaced. Throat hull surface version 2, accept. Windows throat text has to be replaced. Go to Windows version 2, and of course the painting should be replaced. Version 2. Save it. Let's see if the mirrors are no. Okay. Then of course we need to make this 1, 2, 3. We need the other camera. Where is our other camera? There. There it is. So press Ctrl 0 to make it active. Okay, no keyframes here. So this cam is perspective, so let's just move it a little bit closer. I'll move it along the x-axis, also move it along the z-axis, and a little bit along the y-axis, so that we see this part better. No, that's good. Okay, so we see it perfectly. Save it and render it. So now hopefully the shading should be exactly the same, since we use the same lightning for each texture. Okay, this takes time again. While this is rendered, I will just show you some other useful tricks in Blender of use. This is the default view where you just can do everything like you want, which I personally prefer, but if you do some animations, for example, this could be fine. Very interesting. The most important parts are there for animation here for compositing, and you can just switch between them. There's also a shortcut for it. Forgot it, I think control, oh no, that's this one. Something, I forgot it. So let's go back to default view, and we see that it looks quite bad because I forgot completely to define the UV mapping, but we see already that the shading is much better. Still not perfect, but much better. Let's do this UV mapping stuff here now. So Ctrl 3, we have already selected all faces which we need. That's good. So yeah, we have it already throughout painting. Let's take throughout whole surface and say project from view again. So okay, and then we should scale it up, switch to texture tier, move it, scale it up more, not too much, a little bit. Okay, and then be sure that the label is exactly in between those two red lines, and then everything should be fine. Okay, save it, and we render it, and since all three textures use the exactly same dimensions, we don't need to be worried about the UV mapping here. It should be the same for all of them. Okay. Another thing which is interesting to know is that here, if you move this top bar down, you have a console. Previously you had a menu here, which was hidden there in 3.2.5, but now obviously there is the console. Okay. Yeah, still some work to do to get it more perfect, but already also not so bad. The white flag stuff is now correct, but still some work to do here. Okay, but I think it's again enough for one tutorial. Hope you could follow and look forward to continue with that. So see you soon. Bye. Oh, just one last thing, I forgot to deactivate the environment lighting. That was the reason why the normal mapping wasn't so good anymore, and it was so bright and everything. So this is actually the current result. Okay.